So this is the second video diary, and it's already the 13th of March because it's 12:44 a.m. and I don't normally stay up until this hour. My little brain's buzzing away. It's not very often that I stay up to this hour. My project has really gotten under my skin, meaning I'm completely absorbed by it at this point in time. Initially, I remember didn't want to do this project as much as I desperately wanted to do this project because I feel so responsible as someone who has had so many awful experiences, and I'm so well adjusted from them, and that's not the point though. But at the time, I would not wish my experiences on anyone. In the beginning of this, I couldn't find my passion. I couldn't feel connected to the project, and all I wanted was to have that drive and that ferocity to do this project. And so this is a vision I've had for freaking so many years. And it'd be like I'd go to do something and I'd just flatten out. I just couldn't feel it. I didn't even know that I was shutting down. It was that full on. And now I do know when I'm shutting down, and it's great because now I decided to call when I shut down my superpower. And it is my superpower. But at first I had to call it my superpower because otherwise I'd just shut down. I don't know where this project's going to take me, but one thing I do know is it brings up a lot for me, and it brings up concerns about if I start telling my story in a wider circle, meaning through media, I could in fact jeopardize certain relationships, and that's not what I'm doing here. That's not what I want to do here. So, for example, my brother Adrian, who I absolutely adore. It's so complicated, but it's not. So my brother Adrian, that beautiful boy who was about 14 and a half years old, had his sister, me, walk into his bedroom, and I'll never forget it. Oh my God, it's so vivid. I decided that it was time to tell him I just wasn't coping anymore, and I'm a pretty strong kid, pretty together kid, and I attribute that to my parents who gave me a voice, especially my dad, amazing man, powerful man, brilliant man. He just got it, and he empowered us to no extent. And I just remember standing in Adrian's doorway, and our mum was in the next bedroom in palliative care, and palliative care means dying, so she had a nurse there. And I remember saying to him, actually, Do you know the funny thing is, I don't actually remember what I said. I just remember what he said. But I would have told him that I'd been being groomed or molested. I didn't call it groomed then. I would have called it, anyway, some form of inappropriate behaviour. And I won't mention the name here in case. See, now I'm still conscious that I might end up publishing this. I only just realised that the minute I went to say his name. It sucks not being able to say his name, actually. But then it doesn't. It's kind of weird because I can see, but I'm so good at seeing both sides. Anyway, so I remember standing at my brother's. It was both of my brothers, but Adrian was in there, and I remember him reeling backwards until he reached the wall, and he said some form of, "Why are you lying? Why are you making this up? Why are you making this up? Why are you trying to destroy our family?" is what he said. And why I struggled with that is because sometimes it feels, like emotionally you can hear so much more like, anyway, so I lost my relationship with my brother after that. And so my concern is that by me being really vocal about my experience, that I could lose Adrian, because the fact is that Adrian and my original predator, the person who groomed me when I was from the age of 8 till 16, they are friends. They've continued that relationship. I just want to say his name. So Dad's best friend and my brother have continued. My dad's best friend and his family, and my brother and his family have continued being in each other's lives. And that just makes it all the more harder for my brother to get outside of that belief that he doesn't need family, to actually see what has really happened, what has really occurred. He isn't aware that, I believe that he doesn't have that conscious awareness yet that his choice to abandon me and go to Tom was a way of protecting himself. And the crazy thing is, I'm the smart kid. I'm not saying that they're not smart. I'm just saying I'm the smart kid who at the time, I read philosophy books and I did English literature, and I was just like, I love psychology, and I just was that kid who stopped and assessed a situation. I didn't freak out and go, my brother doesn't love me. I actually said, what the fuck is happening here? Why, this is a complete contrast for my brother, a complete turnaround and a complete contrast. So of course I'm going to go, what's this? It's not about being smart, even though I was. But I was smart in that moment. Otherwise I would have just fallen in a heap, and I think I would have shriveled up and died. It was so intense back then. My mum, my beautiful mum, my beautiful dearest friend. And my dad, who both Adrian and I at separate times, and we ended up coming together and telling each other we had to take his police. He was a detective. Now I'm back to, so I'm so used to speaking to video and presenting that I go back into that. because I guess I'm holding it in the back of my mind that I may one day post this, but I don't want to speak to the camera as if I'm going to post it. I want to be really candid, and I do have those moments. So, so Adrian, okay, I'm going to leave it there. That's all I want to say. And I'm fine. If I do post this, see, I'm back to, if I post it, I am really fine with all of this. And it's really nice to just share this.